afternoon. I'm your drag queen host for the day, Sizzle Lynn. I'm not hot, I'm sizzling. For our top story of the day, we are covering a story about the US debt. And for the past couple years has spiraled out of control, just like my depression. What are the boneheads in Congress going to do about it? Nothing. Because they're a bunch of incest boneheads that cannot even tie their shoes without their assistants doing it for them. In the field, Clayton.
It's very windy out here in the GPR with all this wind from the hurricane coming in from the south. The national debt in 2009 was $7.4 trillion, while the current national debt is $29 trillion, which is crazy. In 12 years, it increased $21.6 trillion. That's some bad presidents there. That is insane. Looks like some careless spending to me. Our budget deficit is currently sitting at $2.8 trillion, while in 2009 it was $1.41 trillion. And before that, in 2008, it was $407 billion. And this created the deficit surge. Now on to GDP with Tyler.
All right, thank you, Clayton. The current GDP in the U.S. is around $23 trillion compared to about $14.5 trillion in 2009. Although that's about a 63% increase, it's not as good as you think it is, and we'll be going into further detail with that later. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're back again. The state of our economy as compared to 2009 is up. We're above a recession right now, and it feels great. Our country's economy is growing. Unemployment rate currently is like 4.2% compared to 2009, which was about 9.9%. The current inflation rate is 6.2% compared to 2009, which was like negative 0.36%. So we're up, guys. The GDP figure in 2009 was like 14.45 trillion, and today is like 23.17 trillion. So we're up. And we'll be back. See ya.
Something that is quite startling is the debt to GDP ratio that is climbing exponentially every year. Our debt to GDP ratio in 2021 is 125%. Now when we compare that to the ratio back in 2009, which was 82%, we can see that we are not going in a positive direction. Our debt is ever increasing, and with the COVID-19 pandemic, things have gotten out of control. Last year, our debt to GDP ratio was 129%, because of the economic recession that we saw due to COVID. So although our debt to GDP ratio has gone down from last year, we can see that we are still not going in a good direction, because the year before, in 2019, the ratio was 107%. This state of emergency has had a very negative effect on our economy.
Sure, I done told you to dump him. Well, no shoot, Cheryl. How am I supposed to know? Good afternoon. I apologize for the wait. Here's our commercial break. Cut. I love
Welcome back. Now, jumping back into our next topic, we'll be talking about how we could reform taxes and spending. One thing we could do to increase the growth is the government increasing the tax revenue by stimulating growth in the economy. Another thing is reduce the yearly budget deficits by cutting spending on certain social programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Today we're talking about what the future may hold for America. And since the debt to GDP ratio keeps increasing because politicians want to make promises that we can't afford, America's economy and just America in general is on the line. We're $29 trillion in debt, and somebody's going to have to pay that at some point. So, our American citizens and future generations are going to have to pay this bill, and that will inevitably cause a recession, and it'll pile up to an inconceivable amount if we don't start paying it now.
Howdy, partner. The U.S. national debt clock is a billboard-sized running total display that shows the United States gross national debt and each American family's share of the debt. It is currently installed on the western side of Wanda Bryant Park, west of 6th Avenue between 42nd and 43rd Streets in Manhattan, New York City. Thanks for watching.